Okay.
Minty.
NFT.NYC, what's going on?
Woo!
Good morning. I think it's still morning, yes. It's been a crazy week, I'm sure, for you guys as well. There's a lot going on. I want to introduce us on the panel. My name is Alea. I actually have a background in music, about over a decade now as an independent artist, a songwriter. I am one of those artists that have been through the ups and the downs in the music industry. You know, label, no label, manager, no manager, huge marketing budget, $0 marketing budget. So I would say I offer a full-bodied perspective into kind of what an artist experiences when they're growing their career. So that's what I'll be offering to the panel today. And to the left of me, I'll let you introduce yourself, Tommy.
Hey everybody, thank you very much. It's good to see some familiar faces in here. Thanks for dragging yourself out of bed. I thought I'd have 3 people and a dog in here today, as most of the concerts I used to play early on. My name's Tommy D. I'm a music producer, a songwriter, a DJ, an artist, a whiskey maker, and now a tech entrepreneur as well.
Okay.
So you want to talk to me about whiskey, music, and tech? I'm your man. I've been in the music industry for over 30 years. I have worked with everyone from Kylie Minogue to Kanye West to Jay-Z, Beyonce, loads and loads of different eyes. I've sold hundreds of millions of records and had billions and billions of streams. So I'm very, very fortunate. I'm a product of the major label music industry system too, which I completely despise and think it's the biggest fucking con out there.
Come on, clap that up, guys. Clap that up. Clap that up.
And I'm here to burn the fucking house down
Hello.
because I know how to burn the fucking house down because I have made a lot of money out of the fucking house, and thank you very much. But I think it's a terribly immoral system, weighted very much to a very few amount of people. And when you have people that create music making 12% of the money that actually is generated by the music, therefore 88% being made by people that really just deliver it.
Oh, come on, there we
Come
go.
on, everybody.
I like
let's
this
give it
crowd.
a-
I like
let's
this
get
crowd.
this going. Thursday. Boo! There you go. Let's do that. Let's bring those fuckers in. So I tried to do something about this back in 2016. I got interested in crypto. I bought Bitcoin, and like many people, it's like, whoa, fuck this shit. This is great. I love this decentralized concept. This is great. And of course, it opens your eyes up to the whole thing. In 2020, during COVID, I realized that I was getting a lot of calls from people, you know, my brothers and sisters in the industry saying, what the fuck's going to happen? We need to do something about this. And I thought, I'm going to marry up my love of crypto with my love of music, and I'm going to create something. So I rang up a bunch of DJ friends of mine and said, look, I got this idea about music and blockchain. We started Token Tracks. Token Tracks was founded in late 2020. Token Tracks is a totally 360 approach to the music industry, looking at every different aspect of the music industry. We built an incredible team. Around 25 people we are now in Old Street in the UK. We can help with every aspect of incorporating music strategy, traditional music industry kind of help and support and mentoring and marketing, along with technology and licensing, which is incredibly important in this space because we have IP to the experience. Regulation, incredibly important in this space. And that's kind of it, really. Got lots more to tell you, but I'm where we haven't got much time, and I don't want to take from this, man.
What up, Tommy? What up, Ali? Yo, my name is G. Yeah, I'm also from the music industry. 15 years in the game. Work with people like Beyonce, Nipsey Hussle, Jeezy, Fabulous. You know, a lot of the hip hop artists. You know, that's been on the radio and in your clubs for the last 15 years. Been doing behind the scenes work, management, A&R. A little bit of promo, a little bit everything behind the scenes, but a lot of marketing. I've always been a marketing person because I see everything from marketing perspective. So, yeah, man, used to work for the major labels, started working independently with a label, small label in New York. We wound up putting Nipsey Hussle out. We got him his first deal on Epic Records. And, yeah, it's just been it's like Tommy said, it's been a seesaw type of fucking relationship with this music industry, but no hate, no shade though, because it made us who we are. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. So yeah, after putting out the record and going through with, well, we never got even to put out the album on Epic Records with Nipsey after getting the deal. But after that situation, myself and, some of my coworkers, we kind of just went the independent route, and ever since then, I've been consulting independent artists, brands, just giving them game and giving them key access, to the industry, you know what I'm saying, providing them services that they would have to get, they would have to be on a label or have a deal to get, you know what I'm saying? So I always wanted to turn back around and offer that access to the people, even before this NFT stuff came along. Yeah, shout that out. I like you. I like you. Yes, yes, yes. So, fast forward, when I found out about Web3, I immediately jumped to it, and I took a passion to it, and I was an early advocate for it, promoting it in the communities, especially, people within the community in the hip hop culture, you know what I'm saying, and to people, my black culture, of course, people that in marginalized communities that don't usually, that always the last to get the access and the knowledge, So we started a podcast on a blockchain show, on a blockchain podcast. Hope all of y'all could go check us out one day. And appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I love this crowd, man. This crowd is lit in here, man. Like, and yeah, we the littest. This is the littest crowd I see all week. I can't lie.
Because
Like,
it's the latest stage, mate.
you did?
Yes.
Come on, man. Because we interactive and we immersive, man. Like, and we have fun, man. This is what we say on the podcast every day. Like, we not doing this to bore you guys, man. We doing this shit to entertain you and to educate. You know what I mean? So it's a balance of both. You know what I mean? And listen, the mission is to just onboard as many people to Web3 by teaching them the right way. You know what I mean? As possible. And yeah, man, that's what we do, man. Shout out to all the creators. Shout out to all the creators in this room. Shout out to all the creators in this building. Shout out to the whole NFT.NYC. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Jeff. Like, yo, listen,
Yes,
man.
yes,
It's like
yes,
the whole,
Larry
like, yo,
Dubowski.
y'all did an amazing job. Hey, what up, brother? How you feeling? Okay, y'all made it. Hey, what's going on?
Thanks for coming
Yeah,
through.
man. So, we're just excited. Everybody on this panel, man, we're excited about the future of music and entertainment. You know what I mean? Because the future of music and entertainment is about to fucking switch. It's about to change up. And we, the people, disrupting this shit, shaking it all up. You know what I mean? And we're going to see what comes out, what falls out on the bottom.
Perfect. That actually is a perfect leeway into our first question. I know we're limited on time here, so I'm going to squeeze it all into one. Coming from working with someone like Nipsey Hussle, who I would say is an early example of Web3 mentality, using that blockchain mentality to distribute his music, and also in how he interacted with his early fans. Can we talk about how Web3 and blockchain technology kind of helps artists to change their mentality and how they can actually be successful in the music industry? Can you speak on that?
Yeah, I mean, Nipsey was early on it, but yeah, just well, he's proud to pay, his album that he came out with, that project with, just the way how he limited the editions, he limited the copies, and he raised the price, is the NFT way, okay? But so basically, the new model is giving artists this same leverage to be able to not have to sell 500,000 fucking records, go gold to make money, not have to sell 1 million records and go platinum to not even see no money. You understand? Like, I did an interview a few months ago with Spotty Wi-Fi. Like, he sold like less than 3,000 editions and made $250,000. Even if these major artists that's on these major labels, and no hate, no shade, if they sell gold or they sell platinum, they still not making 250K profit. They're not. So this technology, these tools that we have right now with Web3, we gotta take full advantage of it, because it cuts out the middleman, and it gives direct access to the consumer, and it gives direct access to the brand or to the company or to the artist as well, So it's like it's basically cutting out the middleman. It's cutting out all the red tape that's been fucking up the music industry for way too long.
Perfect. And speaking from a platform perspective, Token Tracks, how does Token Tracks work with artists to push their projects forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important word at the moment is education, because I think, there is so many different aspects to all of this. I think it's very important to just understand that this is just a device for delivering whatever it is that you do, right? It's a new device for doing it, but it is really just a gateway in. And at the end of the day, you can't, it's very easy sell for artists. If you can say to an artist, do you want to make some money? The question is how do we do this for the fans? Because it's about the fans' adoption, not necessarily the artists. And there are some brilliant, brilliant projects that we're working with. Shout out to Alex and Sam here from Navac, that are just really cutting edge projects that allow us as token tracks to sort of get our hands dirty with that. But really, for us, what Token Tracks is about building the infrastructure for people to do stuff themselves. We're not into this walled garden concept of like OpenSea or Sound or Catalog or whatever. No disrespect to them, they're fantastic what they're doing. But to me, that concept of a marketplace where you go to and you have to get in and you have to jump through hoops to be on it and all that, I don't see that. We created, that to me is just like an extension of what we've already running away from. So for us, that's why we built a decentralized, totally customizable marketplaces for people, and they can just use it themselves. It belongs to them. It's nothing to do with us. We build you the tech. We leave it. You have it. It's yours. And we're building about 36 studios at the moment. We only launched it at the end of last year. We've had 10 people ask us for studios in the last week alone. The first studios are going live at the end of this month, and then when they're live, everybody's going to jump on them. And I've got everybody from...
Congrats, brother. Congrats.
Yes,
Come on, let's clap that up. Let's
and
clap that up, guys. Yeah, baby.
You create a totally decentralized network of artists, curators, people that love music, people that care about music but don't maybe make the music themselves. They're so important in that ecosystem. You've got those people, you've got people who love music but they just want to collect it and support the artists, and you've got people that want to trade. But by doing it in a decentralized marketplace that the artist, the curator, the collector, whatever it is, they own. It's their thing. It's not anybody else's. They can then do little deals, partnerships with each other. You're going to get a much, much better situation for artists to actually have the freedom.
Artists have, I'm sorry, let me just hop in there. Artists have never owned their IP in this music industry since me, before me, that's just the major key, right? That's the major component. And just what you said, because it's no hate or shade to nobody, right? Like Web3 and this access, this tool and this technology that we offering is just like an upgrade. Like we're not saying fuck Spotify, fuck it. No, we just saying it's an upgrade.
I am,
bro. Like,
fuck Spotify.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault that I was
Burn 'em
late.
down.
Blame the transportation system in New York.
What's up, Wasiu?
How you guys doing? I'm
Welcome.
hopping in hot, but you're absolutely
You already
right.
know.
I think the most important thing that we can do in the Web3 space is deliver amazing experiences for fans. And jumping on exactly what you just spoke about, right now we have a very interesting opportunity. All the AR seems like it's gone out of the room of Web3 and kind of moved to AI. And I think we can actually learn from our brothers and sisters in the AI space. When you interact with an AI protocol, you know immediately that your life has changed. Not so clear in the Web3 space. So if we can drop down those barriers and make our fans' experiences amazing day one, that second one when you interact with the protocol, I think we'll be okay.
You're absolutely right. That's
hot.
That's really key.
Hello.
You know, I always remind people that there's a great quote from Henry Ford, who was a developer of the Ford company, right? And he said, if I'd asked people what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse, because he was trying to make a point of saying, don't listen to the public. But actually what Ford did was they made a faster horse. They talked about horsepower when it came to engines. They called themselves the Ford Bronco, the Ford Cougar. They talked about a faster horse. So we need to learn from that. In fact, we can learn a lot from tech adoptions over the years. We think we're in a really cool place here with Web3. We're not. Just look back at all tech, everything over the last 200 years, and you will see that we are following exactly the same path as the phone, as movies, as the internet, as streaming, whatever. It takes time for people to understand what it is that we're doing. But what you've got to do is you've got to go to their place. You've got to go to where they're living, and you've got to bring them slowly but surely into your world.
Yeah, slowly.
Look at what Apple do. Look at the iPhone, how different the iPhone is now to when it was launched 13, 14 years ago.
Sheesh.
It's a completely different beast now.
Look at
so
what Napster
look
did.
at how slowly Apple have just introduced. Oh, look, they got rid of the headphone socket. My God, oh my word. Now we don't even think twice about it. Right? So slowly but surely we have to do that. But the most important thing, exactly what this man says, we have got to go to the people and work with them and help them, because we can't make them feel stupid. And right now I think we are making them feel stupid.
Yeah, if I could tap in on that, especially what Wasi was saying about the fan and the artist relationship and how it changes with this new technology. And I see I see it being adopted in the future by the general masses in two ways. It's going to change how up and coming artists interact with their early fans, and it's also going to change how established artists are incentivizing their super fans. So essentially, what I'm saying is, as an up and coming artist, I no longer need 100 million streams to be poppin', okay? I just maybe need to focus on getting 100 super fans per quarter, let's say, really connecting with them, incentivizing them. So I'm now looking at myself as a company. I have value as a person, and I am willing to share that with my early fans and give that value back to them in some ways over time. So maybe, in 10 years from now, my first album might go triple platinum, and therefore the value of my stock will go up. And those first 100 people who invested in my NFT early on, I might incentivize them in other ways. Tickets,
Lifetime access.
VIP access. That access pass is really what's going to get people investing in those NFTs.
Access is so important. I think a lot of what we can do as artists and working with artists is just take what people already want. If you say to people, do you want to go buy an NFT? They're like, it's a scam, it's a Ponzi, it's terrible for the environment. But if you say to people, hey, do you want to come to an exclusive gig that Coldplay are playing in front of 350 fans, and you get a merch. Oh, and by the way, there's a gated area after the show where you can go and talk to them online, and we'll get BMW to drive you to and from the gig, right? Where do I sign up? All of that is blockchain. All of that is connections within, tokenized economy. All of that is tokenized gated engagement. So that's how you approach it. Like now, that's where we go. We go to the fans. We go to them. Because artists, it's an easy play. It really is. Go think about the fans.
That's the new play too. Subscription-based services.
Yeah.
And I think we have to remember how important music, I'm assuming everybody in here is a music person, is to the adoption of technology. If we look back at Web 2.0, for me in my personal journey, I started really getting into internet culture with Napster and LimeWire and torrents and all that stuff, right? And that was really at the intersection between music and technology. We're at the same point here at what I call Music 3, right? We're at that intersection of technology and music. So we're playing, in my opinion, we're playing a very important role in the adoption of Web 3. So we're pioneers.
That's a big fact. We're paving the way, man. Everybody in this building, man, paving the way, man.
And you made a great point, which is about there's a Kevin Kelly article called 1,000 True Fans. I wrote an update on it, which is called 100 True Partners. I use that word partners because fans is a bit of a different relationship. It's a bit of a one-sided relationship.
Right.
Partners, if you think about your partner in life or your partners in work or your partners as friends, partners have skin in the game. They have a reason to want to see you successful because it's going to make them successful. And that kind of mentality is what we need to get across, because that's the biggest thing about Web3.
That's the Web3 way.
I mean, you've got Violetta, who has made a lot of money, but she's made more than $250,000 for her fans. Now, you showed me a situation in music business where fans are making money. That's a huge step forward.
Show me a case where the artists even give a fuck about the fans making money. Hello.
You
know what I'm saying?
I mean, you might have maybe you had a chance because you bought a T-shirt or something like that and you sold it on eBay, or you got a record, a red vinyl or something. But this is actual fans making actual money, and this is something that is that's where adoption's gonna come. When people who support an artist because they find them early on and they go, you know what, I like this guy, I just like what they're doing, I'm gonna I'll give them $200, I like what they're doing. Then in 5 years time that person's headlining Glastonbury and there they are at the front of the stage because all the early supporters are there at the front of the stage. All the early NFT fans are at the front of the stage, and some people that are at the front of the stage weren't there at the beginning, but they've traded in because some of those people at the beginning have traded up and made a shit ton of money because that person's Ed Sheeran or whatever,
That's the mentality, man. I love that, man. The Web3 mentality, because like you said, it's on both sides. Because in the music industry, both sides don't care. You understand? And like the artists gotta start caring about the lyrics, number one, especially in hip hop. But then the artists have to also care about the fans and care about the community. so that now, like you know, incentivizing your fans to really care. You know what I mean? You providing them lifetime access, or you providing them royalties, shares, whatever it may be. So it's keeping it interactive and immersive. And yeah, man, this is why we love Web3.
Yeah, we're just
guys.
getting started and we're getting booted
yeah,
off
just the tip of the
already.
iceberg.
What
All
about
right,
that?
I think we're gonna wrap it
Time.
up. But again, we'd love to chat some more. If you guys want to meet us outside, we'll probably be around for a little bit. Please follow us. We're the Web3 Blockchain Show. We educate artists, everyone in the music industry, on how to win in this space. Hope
Love
to
you
meet
all.
you guys. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
And thank you to NFT NYC 2023, baby.
Boop, boop.